So then, because what to do with that? Because there is a lot of technical glitches. Maybe I have used Canva, right? So that is the thing, because otherwise this topic is so much interesting that there's a lot of interruptions are going on over there. But this is the way. But it should work, because I have presented everywhere in Canva nowadays. Canva, there are 3-4 tools I am using, because nowadays traditional teaching is not there, does not exist nowadays. Only PPT and all. So because we are computer science teachers, we should know all the recent technologies. And I thought I would show a few more interesting way we can teach the students. But due to this one, because I am unable to do that. So there are many tools are available nowadays for teaching students. Right, but even if whenever you present in front of any kind of talk, so what would be your way? Because those are in the good institute, even if like IITs, there are some, those are in the old, they are not using this kind of technologies. Because they should do this one, because otherwise how we can attract, nowadays they are attracting students is very difficult in a class. Because all things are available in online. I mean, correct what I am saying. So they don't like traditional teaching. So how we can motivate the students to attend your class? That is a big question. Right. And that is why you want 2-3 things, that will make your presentation such a way. I'll make a story, and I thought I will show you this one, but due to this one I am unable to do it. That how to make a story, very interesting story you can make nowadays. All the animations, the different kind of animations. Right. So, but nowadays it's not possible for this one. Okay, leave it this one. So I think in near future there may be some other way I can do it, because I have shown you map and the doing of brain. So there are many things I did in the brain. So what are the things we did? Made one digital twin, right? And then the digital twin can detect the tumors, right? Digital twin can detect the leaks analysis. Digital twin can find out the 3D image of the brain. Digital twin can do the different kind of analytics of your brain health. Everything is possible by this tool. But it is due to copyrighted one, so I am unable to show everything that the 3D one. 3D one is very interesting, that how we can have a 3D image of brain, and they are showing that where there is a probe. Right, before treatment, doctor can understand that what are the possible way of detecting or the possible risks of the particular brain. So this is the more or less about, I think I have shown you. So if you have any question, then you can ask me. But I have used different tools. Here I have used 3 tools I have used. CNN, that is, one is called the Inception V3, and then VGG 16, and Mobile V2, and actually we have implemented by using some LLM models, right? But here I have used another one I have shown you over here. It is called Explainable AI, by which you can identify the different zones of the big zones of particular brain. Okay, so this is the more or less all about. I think you can work if you want that when you make one digital twin of anything. So in a robotics there is a very huge scope of making digital twin. Okay, and if you everywhere there is a scope. Okay, but here I have used MRI. Already I told you there is a MU between the Monica Hospital and me, and they are supplying the MRI images, and the EEG data we are taking by we made one skull. So through skull we are collecting them. So up to that I have done. So there are few more things I have to update in this our digital twin software. So in the near future. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can raise the question.
Thank you, sir, for your visionary presentation. Any questions, please?
I think digital twin concept is clear, right? So what we are trying to do? Making a replica of a physical thing. It's not a theoretical model. Let's say if you have a brain, so how can you make a replica of your brain? Two things you need. One is all the data, all the characteristics of the brain. So how it is possible to get by putting a star and that collect data continuously. And you have a CSV file, we store the data, one thing. Another is a brain image. Brain image means what? Either MRI or CT scan. So two things that means you need. Then you can make a simulation of a brain, but not easy you are thinking, but it is possible. If you have a MRI, CT scan and all EEG data, then if you can have this one, you can make a simulation of a small brain. Yes. Yes.
So, while making your statement on digital twin, what I could understand is that it is somewhat like a human body, but a virtual clone of that,
Yes.
which is continuously being used to receive data and further processing of that will take place. Now, what strikes me is that as far as a human being, there are two instances that I could collect amongst the jobs that was there. One is that it is the human brain which you are trying, whose data you are trying to collect, and the human being is susceptible to changes. That means the data collected would also be susceptible to changes and would be continuously received. And therefore, there would be a amount of variability in the data.
Yes.
The second point you made was about turbine. So even if we simulate a turbine, let us see, and there is a fault or fracture, that means the clone also should simulate the fault and fracture at one time.
Everything. That increases the maintainability of the system.
So that basically
This is a revolution because there are few, I think, research is going on across the world. Right? There are few. Right? So, and few industry I know, one of the industries that win, and few, those are connected to the one German company in Germany. And one, the manufacturing company I know, I think you must have heard the Mercedes. So they are also making a digital twin of the entire system. Okay, but they are not yet successful because there are a lot of challenges are there. Okay, so just I'll show you one more time. The continuous one. Yes, a very good question. That yes, every time the parameters are changing for human body. Let's say you eat, you eat more one day, let's say mutton and all this fish, then your parameter will change. So, and that is why, and also the brain function, because everything is controlled by the brain. So that's why I'll show you one thing. Just a minute. That's why I've shown you this one. So here, just a minute, I'll show you one more time. So whenever we are so whenever we have this one, so this is the MRI image we have uploaded. And this is the CSV file. Very slow at this. I'll just show you the live one. But here I have not connected with this one device. And whenever you click on this, and now I'll show you your real time data. So that I think you can see this. This is the real time model. But now device is not present, but still for showing this one. It's a real time brain signals within your brain. And they will show you what is the portion of that. Understand? This is a real time brain. Okay. So if you have the variable star, so you're collecting the real time signals from the brain immediately. Understand? We made this time. We started the journey 10-12 years back when I was in IIM. So we made a one mind control robot. so that whatever you think, right, the robot will do the same thing. But we give it up to 4 parts. Robot can move forward, left, right, and back. But among 100 iterations, only 5 to 10 are successful. So whatever you are thinking, robot is doing same. But whenever we have this, let's say I am doing a presentation now, but that doesn't mean brain having this signal only. There are many signals in the brain, and we have to filter out the correct one. We have to think in very deep way to understand what brain is doing. It's not easy what I am telling now. So there is a deep research, deep research. Thank you very much.
Any more questions?
Sir, that is the idea. Got it done.
Yeah.
So, and if you can made your university can made a digital twin like this, you will be in the newspaper, top newspaper. Right. So, if I complete everything, so because nowadays we cannot public it, because this product is some industry, for industry. So, whenever they will not expose it to anywhere. So, whenever it is a public to our university, so we will be in the newspaper. You never understand what I am telling you. Let's say we have everything in your hand. So let's say you are thinking what happened in next future. So you are storing money for that your treatment. You can understand before 5 years, 10 years that what will happen next 5 years down the line.
Basically, that helps to take proactive action.
Yes, absolutely. Let's say I'm really worried that whether in my future, let's say those are the genetic disease. There's a cancer, diabetic, right? So you can take measures before 10 years back. Understand? So that is the thing.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
How you are going to evaluate, you are collecting data for real-time study. And something will happen 5 years back, something will going to happen like near 5 years future. So how you can able to validate this kind of things?
Based on data.
Validation part is difficult, na, sir, because already they have this much. I know this much, but prediction.
Yes. So that's why you need a strong AI, right? You need a strong AI. So what is the function of AI? Is that predicting? So AI means I'm talking about that. So now is GenAI predicting everything. Whatever you will type in and prompt ChatGPT will do everything. We never thought about that, never. So that's why you need the lot of feedback loops I told you. Continuous data, somebody asked me a question. So based on that, at least that everything not always correct. At least that's what I'm telling you. That 80% if it is true, then you can understand some indication of that. Let's say somebody, the doctor is going to do one surgery. So before that, doctor can analyze everything. Yes, yes. Okay. So but even that part also is okay. Because when you have a pool of thousands of data and scan images, it can. Machine will, because nowadays in ChatGPT, when you started the ChatGPT, so the maximum times they are doing a false positive. Right? False negative, like this. Understand? But nowadays ChatGPT, whenever people start using it, a lot of data pushed into the model. So then, what will happen? That it will do better than human.
It's okay. I agree with this thing. And I agree with this brain operation and all that stuff. I'm thinking. But it becomes difficult for me to understand how, we have this much data. Whatever the ChatGPT is doing, we have some data and we are combining it and they are giving us the result. They are better than us and all
Yes.
this. But
Yes.
predicting the future.
Okay, I got it. Even if doctor, by just diagnosis you, doctor also can predict some guessworks. That there is a possibility of lung failure in future. Does it? Doctor, does it? So there may be a possibility. You take precautions, take this vaccine. You should do same thing. Will do this one. So even better than doctor, because the particular model having n number of data speed, but doctor having only one data from particular. Okay, thank you very much. But the problem is that I thought that people will like this one, but due to some technical glitches, this is a real, because I did it in somewhere else. n number of doctors this one. They appreciated this one, but due to some issues, unable to present it perfectly well. Okay, so but okay, we just share it to one, but I cannot share this one. But presentation you can share. But I made a one very interesting videos also. So there are many video tools are nowadays available that very catchy videos. Okay, so I made it for you guys, but some problems, so you can play it. Thank you.
I now request Professor Jha to present the certificate of appreciation to Dr. Shah.
So I think the concept of digital twin is clear, na? Huh?
That is clear.
And it is new to you also, right?
Thank you everyone. We now disperse for lunch. We gathered here again at 2:10. Sorry, we gathered here today at 2:30.